In this video, we'll be seeing about the spleen. First, we'll see how to hold it in the anatomical position. The thumb must be placed on the gastric impression. The little finger must be placed on the renal impression. The three fingers behind will represent the position of the 9th, 10th and 11th ribs. Now the location, it will be located in the left hypochondrium and epigastrium and lies along the 9th, 10th and 11th ribs. It makes an angle of 45 degrees with the horizontal plane. Next we'll see about the size and the shape. It is wedge shaped or tetrahedral. It is soft. It is wedge shaped or tetrahedral and it is soft, purple in color. The weight of it is 7 ounces, length is 5 inches, breadth is 3 inches and thickness is 1 inch. Now these dimensions can be remembered by the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11, which are all odd numbers. 1 inch thick, 3 inches wide, 5 inches long, 7 ounces weight and 9 to 11th ribs are the position. Then coming to the external features, it has two ends, anterior end and posterior end. Then there are two borders, superior border and inferior border. The two surfaces are infromedial surface and posterolateral surface. Then there is the place where the vessels enter or leave, that is going to be the hilum. Now coming to its relations, there are two kinds of relations, peritoneal and visceral. First, the peritoneal relations. There are three ligaments arising from here. One is gastrosplenic ligament connecting the stomach and the spleen, linorenal ligament connecting the spleen and the kidney, and phrenicocholic ligament connecting the diaphragm and the transverse colon. Then coming to the visceral relations, first we'll see the diaphragmatic relations. Diaphragm will be in the upper portion. There it will be related to diaphragm, left lung, left pleural sac, left costodiaphragmatic recess in lower part, and left 9th, 10th and 11th ribs. On the visceral surface, there will be fundus of the stomach in the gastric impression, anterior surface of the left kidney in the renal impression, left colic flexure in the colic impression, and tail of pancreas in the pancreatic impression. Coming to the blood supply, it is supplied by the splenic artery and it is drained by the splenic vein. One important thing to be remembered is that the linorenal ligament consists of the tail of the pancreas, which is to be kept in mind during splenectomies. Now let's look at a few diagrams. This diagram shows us about the external features of the spleen. This is the infromedial surface and this is the supralateral surface. The supralateral surface is convex and it is much smoother. The infromedial surface has the impressions created by the various organs. This one is going to be the posterior end. This is the inferior end. This is the hilum. This is the superior border. This is the inferior border. This is the gastric impression, renal impression, and this one will be the colic impression. There will be pancreatic impression at this level. This tells us about the location of the spleen. As we can see, here it is, this is from the posterior view, this is anterolateral view, and this is the anterior view. Here they have mentioned T10, 11 and 12, but it can vary and it is okay to consider it as T9, 10 and 11 also. In this diagram, we can see the visceral relations of the spleen. So first of all, this is the gastrosplenic ligament. This one is the linorenal ligament. This is our spleen. In the superior side or the upper side, there is a diaphragm. Over here is the pancreas, which will create the pancreatic impression. Here there will be the stomach, which fundus of the stomach, which will create the gastric impression. Over here, this is the transverse colon, which has been cut. This will create the colic impression. And on this side, there will be the left kidney, which will create the renal impression.